Hello, hello. Oh my. I actually started streaming earlier today, like an hour ago, but I had to stop streaming because I got really thrown out of my group. When I started, I should have not done that, but I literally just logged in and someone is already trying to join my room. And I was thinking, oh, this might be someone who just needs some materials and stuff. So what I did was I went to I I I allowed them in, and what they wanted to do was to fight a local legend in Matlan. And I was like, yeah, sure, this is like a weird way to start a stream, and I actually wanted to do something, to talk about something first, like what I learned from my previous stream, what I'm trying to do better now in this stream. So we went ahead there, and I don't know the Natlan boss. I don't know the local legend because it was on the new island, Volcano Island. So I went there and I couldn't talk because they were talking in the chat, and I was trying to follow, like processing all this new information, and then we had to fight this local legend and I had to focus, and I was not talking much. It it really just upset me, or I was kind of disappointed with myself because it was one of the things that I want to be better at, is to talk while playing. Because I noticed in my previous stream that I did not really talk much while streaming, while playing, especially when I'm doing a difficult content in the game. And then when we when when we defeated the local legend, there was a kind of an awkward moment there. I kind of want them to leave and do my stuff, but it's, I don't know how to tell them to leave, especially how I was like not doing well during the fight because I was I just got back into Genshin. It's been like a week or so since I last played. So I was still getting used again to the controls, to the game controls. And then after that, I went to the Fontaine event. The fun I chose to do then to unlock the mini game first with Navia, and I didn't expect that it's gonna have a mini game where you have to swim and collect coins. And I don't know if I had already talked about it in my channel, but I hate the swimming in Fontaine. That's why the worst exploration in my map, in my world, is Fontaine. I hate swimming. I hate that really like accelerator stuff, and it's so difficult to control. And the camera kept on switching its perspective, like from upside to downside, and then left to right, and it kept moving, and it kind of gave me the dizziness, and I kept missing all the coins, almost all the coins. I barely got to the required amount of coins because it's so hard to control. So I got really pissed off. I was really thrown off my groove. So I just wasn't in the mood. So I took a breather. I stopped the stream. I thought I deleted the promotion link on my Instagram, but I didn't. Then I stopped the stream. That I went to like play the store event quietly, on my own, trying to get through it. Maybe it's fast, but I also got annoyed with it because aside from like the limitation with like the money, the coins, there's also action points. So you'd either run out of the action points or the money. and it really limits what you can do, and it's not as fun. I don't find it as fun as the fontaine, as the monster potion event. I think I'm on like level 8 of the business now, and I kind of don't want to finish it. I checked the weapon of what kind of weapon I can get, and it's an HP bow. The substats looks good, but I really don't have the patience for the event anymore. Oh, sorry, that was me hitting the mic. Anyway, I think we can switch now to the game. Okay, so I'm here. We're going to do the dailies first. I already condensed one resin, and I have 5 condensed resin. I only had 4 condensed resin at the start, so I condensed one, so it's gonna be 5. We're going to use these 5 condensed resin and then the rest of the resin to the ley line. I need more hero suite, more experience books. I think we ended at around 160 experience books. So wait, I will check. Experience books. Although it's already in 200, I want it around 300 or 400. But I don't know which.
Strike a pose. Time for takeoff.
Character
Brace yourselves.
I want to.
Lolling, eat Papa. Get him. Show no mercy. Fulfill our pact. Ha. Here we go.
Get some cardinals for prophecy.
Burn it down. Think you can get away?
I really enjoy the clock.
Wrath from the skies.
Oh yeah.
You
Okay.
two. Time to
I
end
don't know
them.
if I already
Get to work.
said it on this stream or it was on the previous stream, but I noticed when I rewatched my previous pod while I was doing this domain, I kept saying boosh, boosh. And it's kind of embarrassing to hear. Like, don't you have anything else to say? So I kept saying boosh, boosh every time Mavrika is critting or using her ultimate. So I'm also trying to
Yahoo!
not do that.
Time for
on this
takeoff.
stream. So I think I want to unlearn.
Fulfill our pact. Show no mercy. Light of the blazing sun.
Okay, first test time. That Mavrika
Here we go. Strike a pose. Lolling, eat Papa. Get him. Fulfill our pact. Think you can get away? Let's play. Pyroclastic surge. Incinerate.
Oh, I had a difficult last few days. Mainly it was because I thought this week was going to be a chill week because last week was the toughest. It was the finals week, and
Here we go.
we were also going to have like that mock test.
Time for takeoff.
It was a 400 items mock test, and
You two. Time to end them.
and not
Light of the
every one
blazing
of the
sun.
guest lecturers did their job properly, and we didn't
Incinerate.
teach properly. We barely got any
Incinerate.
information
Yoo-hoo. Let's
and,
play.
good
Get to work.
additional knowledge would help us for the
Rev the engines.
that would help us for the our licensure and stuff. So that was difficult, but that was last week. So when it ended, and then I also submitted my final essay for the clarity system last Saturday. So I really thought that this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is
고기 돌려볼게요.
this is a Kabe piece. I'm so sorry. I stopped talking. We're going to upgrade that later. Anyway, so um I I thought that I was going to have a kill
Light it up.
자,
Fulfill our
양쪽다
pact.
잘
Think you can get
됐어요.
away?
everything was done.
Lolling, eat
이거는
Papa.
남았어요.
Get him.
잘
Anything to
됐는데
do anymore.
Shit.
I have a freelance job, but it's not really a very fast
고막
job.
있잖아요. 고막이
Shower me
So
Pyroclastic surge.
건강한 거 있으면
I was really in the mood to relax and like distress
찢어질 뻔한 상태를 물을 다
and
털털 다 분리했어요. 근데 고막이 지금 청력이 한
I'm so sorry.
80%가 손상된 상태여.
I'm just going to check something. I forgot that I'm playing something in the background. I don't know if it's being heard in the in the video. I'm listening to ASMR. Hold on. Okay, I thought that it was being heard in the VOD, in the live stream, but good thing it was not. Oh, we just wasted burst, the elemental burst there. But okay, let's just heal, get some healing from the Statue of Seven, then we'll go back. I panicked. I was like, oh, I can still hear the ASMR. I'm watching an ASMR from, who was it? ASMR from ASMR Snow, because I was trying to distress, just as I said earlier, I was trying to distress from the mini game earlier that was pissing me off. So I was listening to ASMR. Anyway, let's go back. Last two rounds. What was I talking before? I forgot. I forgot. Oh my gosh, what I was talking about before. Ah, right. So I thought that this was going to
Yahoo!
be an easy.
Time for takeoff.
I have
Strike.
a freelance job.
Show no mercy. Get to work.
It's not even demanding
Sha!
freelance job.
You two. Time to end
So
them.
I was really looking forward into reading books and
Here we go.
reading books and
Light of the blazing sun.
just getting into my hobbies more and just taking a breather before I
Incinerate!
start job hunting.
Show no mercy.
Then,
Burn it down.
but then, we had some disagreements with our professors regarding our grades. There was a lot of things that were not properly communicated to us. Why was this on Circlet? Anyway, that was not properly communicated to us, and it really upset us. Like not only me, but my classmates as well. And I didn't
Rise
like
with the sun.
how
Think you can get away?
our professors handled our
Suffer the wrath of Eastleigh. Fulfill our
like
pact.
they were very dismissive of
Shower
our
me with praise.
concerns. And I also didn't like
Pyroclastic
how
surge.
this one prof, like while I was talking to him, we kept on
Incinerate!
interrupting me. Like, please listen first, and he kept mentioning ungood
Ow, ow, ow. You two. Time
things
to
that
end them. Show
do
no
not
mercy.
really
Get. Burn it down.
matter for about doesn't matter for what my concern is. So it was just really irritating to listen to him talk about things that I really don't care about and doesn't really do anything for the situation that the class is facing. So that was that. However, by the end of the day, it we really could not do anything about it, and it still upsets me to this day about their decision. However, we are quite powerless to change it. It's a bit of a disappointing end to my college years, but I just gotta keep like going and do what I can do. Um, so far though, outside of school, seems like everything
How about this?
is as
Time for takeoff.
as good as it can
Brace
be.
yourselves.
Not the
Let's
best,
ride! Light of the
but
blazing sun!
it's better than expected.
Let's have some fun, shall we? Rain of bullets!
I'm going to knock on wood.
Fulfill our pact!
Aside from that,
Let's
I
ride!
think I've
Try and
been,
stop me!
this coming week,
Incinerate!
do a lot of adulting stuff. I'm going to fix and get myself a lot of documents. Then what else? What else am I gonna do?
Rise with the sun! Yahoo! Suffer the wrath of Eastly! Show no mercy! Wrath from the sky! Incinerate!
Just the adulting stuff. That's my main priority.
Incinerate! Yoo-hoo! Rev the engines! Incinerate!
I'm glad we defeated that before he did the energy sucking thing. Let's heal a bit first. Okay. Okay. What else is going on? Oh, the freelance job is really enjoyable. It kinda gets boring sometimes,
Fulfill our
but
pact!
it,
Think you can get away?
it
Pyroclastic surge!
like it allows me to try.
Incinerate!
I've also been reading more.
Right
I
this way! Oh, brilliant!
I yesterday was it yesterday? Oh no. Thursday. It was on Thursday. I I learned how to do those like little origami fortune things, and it was so fun. I didn't know that it was that easy to make. Maybe that's why my classmates back in second grade were always doing that. But I just learned it this week, and I think I made four. Only three of those were for me and my friends. But one of the people, like the regular tenured staff in the place where I'm doing my freelance, he asked me if I could make one for his daughter, his 5-year-old daughter. So I asked him what are the things she's interested in, and he said that anything that
Let's have some
is
fun,
appropriate
shall we?
for a
Here we go!
5-year-old girl. And
Time for
I was
takeoff.
like, yeah,
How rude!
bet I can do
Lolly,
that.
he's Papa! Get him!
So I made
Show no
one,
mercy!
then
Wrath from the sky!
then um what I
Stick
did
around.
inside, because you have to choose like two things, right, and then it's gonna reveal your fortune. So I just put like really really cliche things, really basic things, because it's a 5-year old. So we wrote like, you're doing your best, you have to keep, if you want to succeed, you have to keep trying, things like that. A little bit motivational, a little bit of compliments. Then I added two like punishments in quotations, which are to eat more vegetables than her usual serving today, and to do her chores. Then I made one of my co-interns, co-freelancers to do write, because my handwriting is awful. Then where's the ley line first? Okay, I think we should put it on navigation. So, and and then at the end of the day, his wife and his daughter was there. So we handed it to him, but he wanted us and to demonstrate it to his daughter. So we did it.
Alright, let's finish this back.
We gave the example to her. But the first thing that she had gotten was the punishment to do
The show begins!
more chores, and I
Get to
think
work!
it kind of
Show no mercy!
it kind of
Suffer the wrath of
turned
Brace
her
yourself!
off the game. So so I I asked her
Incinerate!
to do one more, and thankfully it was one of the compliments.
Incinerate!
So it didn't fully um turn
Shower
her
me
off
with
the
praise!
game. And then what? Uh, but since she got me do more chores, it really made
Yeah!
her her parents laugh, and her mom even said, "Oh, you have to do your room today." She was not
Let's
amused.
ride!
Well, so those were the kind of things that I kind of do to starve off of my boredom during my freelance, because again, my freelance job is pretty easy. Oh, also for my birthday, my mom bought me a
Watch
hard
out!
copy of the Traveling Chronicles. It's a book that I've read before. I read it
Show me your move!
Let's finish this back.
um at my university's library, and
Full throttle!
I already finished it. It's one of books that in recent memory that I've read and left a
Think you can get away?
lasting impression on me.
You two!
So
Time to end them! Show me your move! Get to
one of
work!
the things that when I saw it in the bookstore
Here we go!
on the day of my birthday, I was like,
Let's
oh,
ride.
I wouldn't mind
Let's
getting
oh
this
my
book,
God.
which I already know that I liked it, and I would like to reread it multiple times. So I have it, and I'm actually like trying to slow down in rewatching, rereading it, rereading it. But I'm already more than the more than halfway there, more than halfway finished. So I kind of stopped reading for now, so I could finish it maybe around the same time that I finish my freelance job. What else? Mm, I don't know. I think there's nothing much that's been happening in the previous week since I last streamed. So I think I'll just switch the commentary now to what I'm doing. Oh, that was so satisfying. That was so satisfying.
Incoming!
Okay.
Show no mercy! Get to work!
Show me your courage.
Suffer the wrath of each
Isn't it?
singed! Time for takeoff. Let's play!
Let's use this one.
Yahoo!
Come on, I wanna use the black hole.
Fulfill our pact! Get to work! Water gliding.
Bendy is so perfect for daylight.
Think you can get away? Wrath from the sky!
Shit, there's usually a big group like this. Like a group of small mobs. So it's satisfying. Oh, we're back here again. I wonder why. We're not going to... Yeah, we're already back here. We're not going to the People of Echoes side, or the... Yeah, People of Echoes and the Science of Canopy. Weird. So that route is longer than this route, I guess.
How about this?
But
Take a seat. Show no mercy! Fulfill our pact!
that's great.
Incinerate!
Energy
Strike a
representing,
pose! Time for takeoff. Here we go. Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Let's play!
but Morgana in 2025 feel like. Oops, I'm so
Would
sorry.
gliding be faster?
Okay, well, it was the
Brace yourselves! Try and stop me!
rest enemies. This one. We can move on to our next agenda, which is to do the the event with Ifa, not the one um with Navia. I kind of don't want to do it anymore. I think I need to search first if the weapon is really worth getting, but is it really worth the suffering of doing the underwater game? Okay, I'll decide later. So last time, what happened was we've overheard Charlotte and Kinich. There, then we learned that apparently Charlotte and Kinich were friends, were longtime friends, and they were having a little game of making up the most absurd headline, and the headline that won came from Charlotte, I think, where she said that Monsieur Novelette had had been stopped. Like the head was severing. I don't think the Fontaine people know were stabbed. So that is very absurd, even for the Fontainians, even though they don't know the real identity of Monsieur Novelette. Then we learned that there was a Saurian trafficking ring, apparently. They use it for Saurian meat. So then we went to Novelette. I forgot why, but we saw Ifa and Auroron outside. We
Where's
there we learned that Ifa's dragon Saurian companion, uh, Kakuku, is that right? Or Ka Kakuku was missing, and they thought that they were really have no idea where to look because the Soren companion flew inside the Palay Memoria, then never came back, and they don't know if they're going to be allowed inside. So the travelers stepped in. We were introduced to Ifa. Then we said that we kind of know what's going on. It's something about the flying objects thing that Paimon was also subjected into
Where's my
because
key?
I know she was subjected
Not again.
that she was subjected on that law during the first Fontaine Arcan quest. So we went inside. We saw Kakuku, and Kakuku signed an NDA for something that I forgot. Yeah, but uh, he signed an NDA for witnessing a confidential meeting.
Hmm.
Then we we went to Monsieur Nebelet because when we went to Navia's little event, Kinich and with Kinich and Charlotte, Kinich found a strange
My latest
box
design's getting
and they
there, but
needed
there's
to
still
report
room for
it to
improvement.
Monsieur Nebelet, and it seems
Better
like
make my finishing touches before
what
the
they
deadline
thought
creeps
was
up.
a closed case on the Saurian trafficking ring is not yet closed. So that's the recap, and we would be continuing it now. Okay, what is inside? Does this open? Oh, it's just for decorative purposes, I guess. I wonder what it is for, though. It's gonna be a small room because Novelet's office is here. And there's supposed to be window, but there was an office there. Okay, anyway. Okay. Wait, did we switch to...
Hey everyone, we're here!
Oops. We're going to switch later.
Oh, hey, my little dudes! Good morning!
Good morning, little dude.
Oh, wow! Is that good news or bad?
Sorry, I did everything within my power.
I was
But so
forgot to
far,
switch
I've
to
only managed to
Chinese.
teach him how
I
to
don't
say
want to
good
hear
morning.
Paimon's English voice.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of here!
I think that means
Huh?
no.
Okay, so good mornings aside.
Of course. That's why I'm here.
Oh, Kinich, new English voice.
Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Risley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
Oh, his voice is nice.
It was nothing. These
His voice
guys
is
weren't
nice.
exactly
It
tough nuts to
suits
crack.
How Kinich looks.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were
man.
preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box.
Children of
Plus, the description
Echoes.
matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler.
So the culprit is from Natlan, or is this a red herring? Anyway, this is nice. I think what people are not yet used to hearing in his voice is the combat lines, because it's really they're more familiar with combat lines since we barely heard the English talk in the Archon quest. But with
Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat.
this, like, the quality is
The
nice,
smugglers were
his
very
tone
cautious,
is
though.
nice.
They
It
didn't tell him any
suits
specifics.
character. I don't know about like the delivery though. There's no like, how do you say it? Addiction. It feels a bit monotone.
But all this happened before I crossed paths with them.
Like there's no dramatics.
I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
That's the only time that he really gave some dramatization to his line delivery. But oh, she how is the loading screen? But I think maybe the voice actor is still getting used to
Boss,
teenage.
do we know if those Fontainians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie.
Banal
It's all
trucks.
supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlin's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face,
Illegal business?
calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and
Not
elbows,
exactly your
and his
wow.
fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Nice sneaking up, Kinich. You're definitely not being. This. Oh, this looks nice. This looks nice.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and
like
smooth
this.
sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That
It's
goes
really
without
giving,
saying.
like,
Big cargo ship would have been too
this is
slow,
not the
whereas
first
the
time we
smaller
played
ones would
through
have
the
been faster,
memories
but way
and
too
with
bumpy.
only the character.
If we ended up
no
damaging the
traveler
goods by
info.
accident, all these months spent grafting
this
away would have
special-
gone up in smoke.
Seriously?
Controls?
But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such
they
care?
were trafficking the Saurians.
Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of
Yes.
Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Yes. Okay, but I really like that they made it black and white, so that it really gave the impression of a flashback. What? Oh. I was just wondering if there is. I think I sent it the other way.
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I also like.
I guess you're right.
I like from
I was
Fontaine
just worried I might have messed up with the
is
packing, or that
this
something's gonna go wrong along the way.
OST. I like
Oh,
it during
pull yourself
the,
together. Tons of foreign tourists come
investigation
traveling to
part of the
Fontaine.
Arctic Quest.
I bet their luggage is
Back-
full of all kinds of
Yeah,
weird
back
stuff.
when it was first released in 4.0.
If someone insists
and I
on
had to,
checking
like,
it all,
look for
just
it
show them the purchase order we had drawn up.
before
Those
activating
Fontainians
for
can't get
the
enough of their legalese,
most
so I've heard.
disappointing
They can look
Arctic
all
Quest of
they
all
want.
time.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security.
Okay. Oh, it ended there. Hello, Ahau. I like this special loading screen. I hope they do it more.
So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
So there were 3.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Good job, Kinich.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now,
Everyone was caught.
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other
There
passersby.
was a 4th person. Right.
Yeah, Kinich, you did great.
in other words, the person who brought the gun here,
The
the
one
one
who
who
lost it.
lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear,
Possibly.
oh dear.
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in?
He said this elusive individual's
wow.
actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation. I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the
This
person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
Good thinking. Oh, it came from an ancient Natlanese. Yes. This is a relic left behind by Natlan's ancient dragon civilization. Yeah, we saw it in the Little Dragon's quest. It's a genuine antique, so it must be of great value. A genuine treasure lost by the roadside, yet it still remains unreported and unclaimed. The box was buried. It doesn't really say. It's as if someone left it there on purpose. Huh? Why would someone? Well, you. What's the plan for someone to pick up? Yep, let's up.
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Yes, exactly.
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh?
Film.
Oh wow, no way, bro.
Hold on, let me explain.
Okay, explain.
Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up.
Kidnapping
That got me
cases?
thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
Oh.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Yeah,
Sounds plausible.
exactly.
Ooh. Wait. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then does that mean they executed?
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands.
But we
Selling off
cannot
stolen goods is extra work that most
really
kidnappers
cross
would
it
want to
off.
avoid. Unless they're
Why
after
would you bring
something
it
very
up, then?
specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible,
So why did
but
you
the
bring it
likelihood
up?
is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now.
Why did you bring it
And
up?
speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
Why didn't you start with this? It was an exchange instead of starting with the kidnapping. Such a weird dialogue. To ensure watching the buyer before setting up the menu. Due to the unexpected arrival, the deal has to be called off.
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
Great job, Lepine Pauline.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we
I
verify
really
it?
cannot.
Looks
get
like your
over
people better
how
start rolling up
risky-
their sleeves.
Risley started it with a kidnapping case thing instead of saying like perhaps like leading on with the transaction. Like it's such a weird transition, and
How
it doesn't
so?
really connect now to the situation and their
Easy.
theory at hand.
Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea, if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kanich. Speaking of pets...
Would hate.
Get out of here! Out of here!
Hate being referred to a
Yep,
pet, but
that's the plan.
he
Out of
deserves-
here, indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
You're the best, bro.
Wow.
Oh, that really is good news. Travelers, should we bring cookies?
I shall leave him in your capable hands. Indeed.
Okay. Okay, let's switch to Chinese before I forget and hear more of English Paimon. Okay, what do you have to say? Is something different? It's nothing.
果然还是很想养只宠物。
I'd like to have a pet.
如果在梅洛比的堡不方便，
Perhaps.
不如在枫丹亭找个住处吧。
有道理啊。之前有洪水的预言，
About his business.
感觉在城里购置房产也没什么意义，就搁置了。
About us.
你也应该认真读下我给你的有
Why
关爵位
was
的文件了吧？
Risley's voice kind of like faded?
拥有荣誉称号的市民，在枫丹厅购置房产是有优惠政策的。
真的？
Right? It's
不
kind
如
of
就在
faded.
我写事务招领的时候，从头到尾读一遍吧。
It sounds faded. Let's just teleport out. Oh wait. Let's see if okay. They're here, they're here. So I'm guessing Kinich came with
阿乔。
us?
又怎么了？
握手。
Let's shake hands.
没问题，
Get
看我
ready.
给你一拳！
What a bunch of children.
哦，好惨！
不
Oh
知
yeah,
为
okay,
何
Kinich came with
有
us.
点
So I
不想
thought
靠
there
近
was
他们
going。to be a extra dialogue if we went out the Palais Memoria first before going here. Still strangely inclined to keep a safe distance.
哥们儿，想我啦？
卡库库，你自由了。
We're free.
怎么是你？不想，我完全不想
Didn't
你。
resist.
原来是旅行者奶奶，
Hey, other
还有派
granny.
蒙、基尼奇，各位好，谢谢你们把卡库库带了回来。
Mhm.
快拿走！快拿走！幸会，哥们儿。你再说一遍，谁是你哥们儿？
有力气吵架，看来还不饿。等下我们去吃饭吧，让阿乔过自己的生活。
How bullying.
可怜的阿乔，被欧洛伦折磨了半天，结果发现苦难才刚刚开始。
伊法，身为龙的一生，你怎么能这样幸灾乐祸？
哼，你倒是说起我来了。
How am I the bad guy?
听听你说的话。就没有人关心卡库库是怎么出狱的吗？
Okay, black screen. Hearing the Kakuku now, a house face goes even redder than before.
别泄气，阿乔。
Don't lose hope. Ow.
按照同等标准，你今后也可以随意行动了。
We're still in the
你没有
game.
输。
谁要和他是同等标准啊？
是啊，以我对莫芒宫工作习惯的了解，
We'll want to
阿乔
assess
必须
your
得亲自经过判定，才能获得自由行动的权
before
利。
they grant you freedom of movement. How
可
bullying.
恶！哪里有龙肉餐厅来着？我一定亲自送着粉丝鸡血进厨房。
那你也自身难保啊，哥们儿。
没有这种餐厅啦。
总之，谢谢二位帮我照看阿乔，接下来就由我接手。
Oh, you're leaving, Kinich.
二选一的话，那我觉得还是卡库库可爱多了。哎，真的吗？
Of
谢谢
course,
你
you
啊
have。to flutter.
不对，你这是在拿我跟什么比啊？
Okay,
人终于有齐
Wait,
了。
we're not gonna eat
接下
together.
来有什么打算吗？
That's
要
kinda
不
sad.
还是猜拳？
别，
No chance.
如果我输了，我们又要憋在房间里
The
继
room
续看
watching
映影。
films all over
不
again.，
这次换我输了才看阴影。
你也看腻了是吧？
真的假的，哥们儿？
说真的，
Can we
我们就不能放弃概率事件，将命运掌握在自己
I
手
want
中吗？
it again with a
可
feet.
猜拳不就是用手的？
笑什么？只能出布的家
They
伙。
stuck with paper each time. That was mean. Okay, we wait until 8 o'clock. I wonder where Kinich went. Let up. Okay. Time. We wait until 8 o'clock tomorrow. Hold on, I'm just going to open my lights. Okay, I'm back. I think this is the
不能
right
老是
time.
闷在家里，多出去走。
十五招灵已经发布了，
The Lost and Found Knowledge is up.
我们要不要去莫芒宫那儿蹲
Let's
守
go to？
看
Palay
会不会有人来
Memorial
认
and
领
see
呀
if？ anyone shows up. Okay, let's go then. It's not outside. Please review. Continue reading. Okay, lost and found. A locked suitcase. Okay. I see. So it was really there. I kind of miffed that they didn't give a prompt to read it. And it was so easily missable too. Can you just back here? I wonder if Ahau is here also.
嘿，看来和我们有同样想法的人不止一个呢。
二位好。
Hello,
有什么进展吗？看样子没有呢。
Well, it just got posted, so
也是，15招领才发出不久，想也不会这么快就。
特勤队，开门。
喂，谁呀？什么东西？特巡队？
我看不是哦。
不是开玩笑的时候吧？我们还是过去看看。
Special patrol. A familiar figure walks in.
各位爷爷奶奶、叔叔阿姨们好。
Aunts and uncles.
怎么是欧洛伦呀
Who's the aunt?
哦，是你们提过的卡库库的主人吗？
No.
算是主人之一吧。不过哥们儿，你到底在干嘛啦？
我来认领失物。
这位是基尼奇先生在船上见过的人吗？应该不是吧？
I highly doubt
才
that.
叫爷爷奶奶、叔叔阿姨呢。如果是中年人，那保养的还挺好。
And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world. I don't think he's the guy. I apologize for my grandson bursting in like this. Why is this quest this is so funny, man? I apologize.
哎，是我敲门的礼仪不到位吗？我看阴影里都是这样的。
不，那是特巡队在执行公务吧？完全是两码事。
Oh, Aurora.
是这样吗？我还以为是某种礼貌的请求进门的方式呢，以此说明自己有钥匙相求。
Aurora is not a well-adjusted individual.
抱歉，
He's not.
请大家等我一下，我再进一次门。
I don't think of that one up. Give me a moment. He's really not an adjusted person.
欧洛伦，你说你是来认领失物的？
对，是这样的。
From the side of the box to the gun itself.
真的假的，哥们儿？
Is arresting my dear grandson what is come to?
欧洛伦，你说实话，这真的是你丢的东西吗？
不，是朋友的。
啊，是依法的？
当然不是，依法有自己的枪。
依法 has own gun.
好吧，我就说不会这么顺利的。
Otherwise it will.
是这样。 今天早上，我和依法猜拳，他和往常一样输得很快。于是我们决定出门逛街，游览枫丹亭的著名景点。就在广场附近，突然有位先生拦住我，求我们帮忙。他说他有样东西丢了，被人捡到送进了莫芒宫。但他以前在这里工作过，怕见到老同事尴尬，所以拜托我们假装失主帮他认领。
哦，
你倒是全给他说出来了。
没关系，反正我不尴尬。
在莫芒宫工
There's
作
no
过，
ounce of awkwardness.
这个拜托你的人是枫丹人吗？
嗯，看着是位穿着讲究的先生。我们本来想拒绝他，但他实在很有礼貌。
难道是变装？
完蛋，欧洛伦，我觉得你被骗了。这个人可能是坏蛋的同伙。
We're multiplying this room.
搞不好在你任务失败的时候，他已经丢下你逃之夭夭了。
Eva is also going to be here.
不会的，我又不傻。
啊？
他不会跑的。伊法和卡库库正在广场看守他呢。
看守？我喜欢这个。
I wish I took a picture. Why was that so fast when they did the half face?
既然如此，那我们赶快去找伊法吧。 把那个骗人的家伙抓过来，看看究竟是怎么回事。
稍等，我想先问个问题。
I have a question first.
旅行者，派蒙，你们在纳塔很有名吧？
那可太有名了。不过为什么这样问？
Finish Aurora.
你是担心？
还记得我说过，卖家可能会暗中监视吗？ 那他们哄骗欧洛伦的行为，就有些打草惊蛇了。说明叫欧洛伦来领东西的人，或许也不了解情况，还有许多疑问。但在这里空想也不是办法。不过我还是建议各位名人，也就是旅行者和基尼奇，还有纳维莱特先生，都先留在。我们将空箱子交给欧洛伦，让他假装取到了东西回去。而我会跟过去，看看是不是真的有人在一旁监视。反正没什么人知道我究竟是做什么的，应该不会引起注意。 我认为这个方案值得一试，那就拜托二位了。
所以，我需要再伪装一次，对吗？
也不算伪装吧，去掉特训队的部分。
好，我明白了。
Over now. Do we play as Auroran or do we play as Risley? I wonder how we play as Risley. Not my
附近没有可疑的
worthless.
人。欧洛伦已经按计划进入升降梯，我也前往广场吧。
用不完的摩拉和用不完的时间。
欧洛伦正在达成升降梯，走其他路前往广场吧。
I should. Let's jump then. I'm not sure if this is where I'm supposed to go, but I'm already here now, so. Well, I sure hope. That guy is being tormented by Kakuku.
这附近也没有
Nothing
可疑情
suspicious
况。
going on here
奇
either.
怪，难道是我们把事情想复杂了？
No, there's something that's gotta happen.
别啄了，别啄了！哎呀，求求你，这位好先生，能不能行行好，管管你家宠物？
你在胡说什么？
抱歉啊，这不是我家宠物，是我的同事。他不喜欢你的说法，现在不高兴了。你自求多福吧。
不是吧？在纳塔什么东西都能上班的吗？
糟糕，卡库库也不喜欢被叫做东西，你自求多福吧。
抱歉，抱歉，卡库库先生，卡库库老师，卡库库大师，向您诚挚道歉。
可以了，卡库库，先让我问他点事。
没问题，哥们。
Okay.
这会儿欧罗伦看着倒挺正经的，之前是在装傻吗？
Just pretending no.
挺好玩的，再看一会儿。
你既然拿到了，还以为不会那么顺利呢。
哦，果然叫你们去拿这个东西是正确的选择。
果然。
After all.
我是说，因为我的前同事们都不认识你们嘛。
取是取到了，
Nice excuse.
但没说一定会给你。
啊？
这个东西很不错，我看上了。
别啊，这位先生、老师、大师，这可是与我性命攸关的东西。
My lord.
性命攸关。
哦。
既然是如此珍贵的宝物，你准备用什么来换？
你不会要说生命吧？
你怎么知道？
我们可是一起看的映影，不要一直背诵台词了，会引起误会的。
你说的对，但我也确实不知道该说什么了。抱歉，顶多只能做这么多自己了。
Oh my gosh, Aurora.
够了，足够了。
这位是？
就当我是莫芒宫的工作人员吧。
Staff member.
关于你们说的这件性命攸关的宝物，我有些事情要和这位先生谈谈，望你如实告知。
完了，完了，我死定了！
这是什么话？难道在怀疑莫芒宫保护枫丹人民安全的能力吗？
不敢，不敢。您问吧。
与其我来问，不如你自己从头讲吧。
Yep, sure.
说到底，还是怪我自己定力不足，经不起这种稀有古物的诱惑。我是一个古董爱好者，最喜欢收集罕见的旧物。说实话，只要能用钱搞定，我不太在意东西的来源。这次卖我东西的人，我没见过他本人，之前交易过几回，但都是靠在不入流小报上刊登寻物或寻人启事接头的。只要在行文里藏好交货和交钱的时间地点，再在信封里塞点钱，投稿就能上报纸，不会留下多余的痕迹。很简单吧？往常都很顺利的，谁知道这次我到了提货的地方，却看到一群人在盖房子，和说好的完全不一样。我又不甘心就这样放弃，于是按照以往的方式再次联系了他。结果你猜他怎么说？他说我想要的东西在莫芒宫。
倒也没有骗你。
他说他不方便出面，但只要我能有本事把东西从莫芒宫里拿走，这次的货款就给我打个折扣。当然，我不是因为贪这点钱才答应的，我像是缺钱的人吗？
你还得意上了？
你还得意上了？
不敢不敢，您嘴下留情。
继续。
说到哪儿了来着？反正我就想，既然是纳塔来的东西，那找个纳塔人去拿应该会更合理吧。好巧不巧，正好撞见这两位年轻人在闲逛，我就……对不起，是我有眼无珠，小看二位了。
那个卖你东西的人，他叫你自己想办法去莫芒宫拿东西，就不怕你拿完不给钱吗？
这个实不相瞒，虽然我不了解他，但他似乎是知道我叫什么，家住哪里的，而且能从纳塔搞到武器的人， 应该不简单吧
？It's kind of weird.
好吧，我明白了。那么这位，
叫我阿让托就好。
Argenti
那么，阿让托先生，接下来我说的话，希望你认真听，因为这事关你接下来的半辈子将有多长时间。
什么意思啊？要淹死他吗？像阴影里的那些黑帮一样。
Aurora now is not the time.
我知道了，是枫丹海底下的那个。
I can't with these two, man. They're so unserious. Okay.
嘘。因为涉嫌私自交易纳塔文物，你已经成为了跨国走私案的嫌疑人之一。去一趟欧比克莱歌剧院，应当是无可避免了。但好消息是，你还有一次弥补的机会。
Do you really need to do that?
我可以吗？您请说。
很简单，按照你们一贯的礼节，联系你的卖家，提上前去和他交易。只不过时间、地点等一切交易的细节，都要先告知我。如果能借此抓到对方，你也算是戴罪立功了，懂吗？
我明白了，我一定配合。
不要违法，不要逃跑。莫芒宫的人会盯住你，保障你的安全。好，箱子拿走，身份证件什么的都留一下，你可以走了。至于你们二位，按照正规流程，应当要把你俩带回莫芒宫，按住签署保密协议。但这一来二去，又要花费好多功夫。
很烦，哥们儿。
你看，卡库库先生深有体会，所以我想，既然你们都是旅行者的朋友，
我明白，先生，我们是无意中被牵扯进来，这起事件本就与我们无关。哪怕看在旅行者的面子上，我们也不会多说半个字。
哦，是那个吗？如果不守口如瓶，就会被装进水泥桶里丢进大海。那我明白了，我加入。
不完全一样，但你这么理解也没什么问题。那就这样，多谢二位协助。
He's really his grandson.
可算结束了。今天的工作就做到这里。好，回去吧。
Time to head back. Sure. Are we gonna see someone? Nope. No more AHAO loading screen. I wonder what we were talking about.
应该是好消息吧？
还算顺利。
I would really love to learn more about Kinich. It all makes sense. But somehow, it feels like Rizli has glossed over a lot of the bro talk.
也就是说，接下来我们要等阿让托和对方约好进一步的交易计划，再安排后续行动。
要有耐心哦。
这个我明白，狩猎也是类似的原理。我只是有些担心，对方会不会轻易上钩。
如果他不需要这笔钱，或者说自保的优先级高于赚钱，那他在赃物进入莫芒宫的时候就可以放弃了。与此同时，虽然他一直没有亲自出面，但他似乎也没有什么随从或者帮手，只能靠极其有限的手段推动交易。在我看来，是个很好面子、略显自负却能力不足的人。似乎错过这次机会，他就没有其他赚钱的办法了。他的每一步行动，都像是在被轮盘推着走，寄希望于骰子能落在他想要的格子里。
Every time there's like taking a chance, gambling, and leaving it up to fate. I remember adventuring. I'm so adventuring wild.
谁知道呢？没准接下来他会在权衡利弊后直接消失，让我们白费力气呢。至少纳塔追回了赃物，也不算一场空吧。
那还是希望他更自负一点吧。
各位， 我刚刚已经和朱颖婷的人说明了情况，一旦有新的进展，我们会马上做出行动。到时候，还是要麻烦各位了。
等你的好消息
哦。Okay, that's the end of part 2.
说到绑架案，按照规定，我们对被绑架的主体是如何定义的来？除了人类以外，宠物算吗？非人类的智慧生物，美露心就不用说了。但卡库库那种，该怎么？
没想到你会不了解这方面的法律。
我如果对每一条法律都了若指掌，就不会在梅洛彼得岛生活了。
啊，这个玩笑不好。
I will get an answer. Okay. I wonder if the other Nathan characters are around. Nope. Do we need to go to the east side? Perhaps they're in the hotel. No, also. Perhaps they're in the plaza. They're in the plaza. Nope. Would they be in the event place? I think Kinich was here. No, also. Ah, okay. Aurora then.
心情不错。
看到心爱的蔬菜们都有了各自的归宿，我感到十分欣慰。
哦。
你现在说话好像一位自豪的家长，我为你感到高兴。但因为蔬菜的归宿是在锅里，我同时又感到有些害怕。
幸会，哥们。
什么意思啊？现在是该说幸会的时候吗？
我猜卡库库应该是在指蔬菜与锅的幸会吧。
说得好，哥们。
说实话，我不知道是该担心你们对幸运的定义，还是应该好奇你和卡库库是否心有灵犀。
Okay.
不必心急。
Where's I wonder where they are. I wonder where Kinich and Ahau are. Anyway, is this the last? Oh, there's an epilogue. Okay, I'm kinda done for Genshin. I think it is time to split and to do Honkai Star Rail. Okay, let me just edit now. HSR. What version is this again? I forgot. Oh, okay, wait, let me see under YouTube. Honkai Star Rail. What version it is now? It is version 3.3. Okay, 3.3 Trailblazer quests. Okay, then we remove it. Wait, fontaine event, then HSR 3.3 TB quests. Okay, that's better. Okay, we switch to Honkai Impact. Honkai Impact, Honkai Star Rail. Okay. I think I would leave Ifa as the thumbnail, but I updated the live stream title. Let us, how do I switch games? I just exit to desktop. Okay, hold on. Let me switch to the next game. Game capture. This is the first time I'm going to stream Honkai Star Rail. Oh, we need to update it first. I thought I already installed the update. Okay, let's just put on the music, the rock. Okay. While Honkai Star Rail is updating.
Ready to enjoy more.
Oops. I'll be on a short break. Okay, I think I'll just start a new stream for the Honkai Star Rail trailblazing quest. I think I'll see you in 1 or 2 hours. So it's 5:11 now on my time. I'll be back at around 7, I think, or before 7. Okay? Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you'll come by again later.